Bow, bow, hey, bow, hey, bow, hey, Oklahoma State say bow, bow, bow.
The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Oklahoma State Cowboys and the Ohio State Buckeyes. alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Checking in with Ohio State's head coach before the game, he talked about the biggest focus this week was making sure the team handles expectations the right way after moving up in the rankings. Their playoff football picture is clearing up right now, but they have got to perform well in these next 2 games to make sure the committee puts them in the bracket. Here at home, they want to feed off this crowd here today and make some noise. Literally, I'll keep you.
Oh my God, we cleaning that while you like, let's get it.
Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Buckeyes ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Out wide right, it's Hawkins. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Smart play by the quarterback. Nothing open. Dump it off to your running back. And listen, he's a running back. He's used to having the ball in his hands, and he's a big running back. So if you want to bring that to the ground in the open field, it's very difficult. Great job by the running back making a play.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Second and long here. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. Receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play. So it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there. Because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Timed it perfectly to not get free and forces the 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. The Cowboys headed quickly to the line. Needs it here on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. Right side, it's Hawkins. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball, and right now, that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make my subs?
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
This head coach wanted to come into this game aggressive, guys, and he did it in a couple different ways. On that first drive, nice mixture of throwing and running offensively, but how big was that gamble on fourth down? They got it, kept the drive alive, they end up scoring a touchdown, so it paid off. You can't start a game better than that.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Wants to throw one first. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jackson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Play action on first down. Throws it deep. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's taking the shot. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Buckeyes looking to convert on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's going to run it. Still running at the 40. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Working the ground game. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
The defense just got out-muscled at the point of attack there. And the back showed good vision, made a cut into the hole, first down.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. They'll take the penalty and move them back. On first down, here comes this offense. Got him on the RPO. Could not make his way to the corner.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Sends it back in motion. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Now wide right, it's Jackson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeye! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he makes the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Young. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Second down. He's looking to pass. Out wide left, it's Young. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Hawkins. Still on his feet at the 45. Turning on the Jets. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Cowboys. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Making the adjustment. Drops back on first down. Keeping his eyes downfield. They cough it up inside their 3. Scoop and scored. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
And the defense right now flying around, getting to the ball carrier, knocking the ball loose, running into the end zone, jumping on it for a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far.
Number 16, set to kick this one away.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on 4th down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not getting it and just gifting your opponent great field position.
So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
For trying to run the football, there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
These corners going to give them some space. Rush right in his face. Finds his target. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. The Cowboys want to move quickly. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds a man on the left. At the 35, he's got room. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. There he goes. The 50, the 40, running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got some room, it was over. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
He'll bring it out. It's Barnes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Snags it. Quick step and go. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Makes the grab on the left. At midfield, he's got room. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line. They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set him up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Got some green grass. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Has it! Into the end zone. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Finds a crease, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Left side, it's Jackson. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Making the adjustment on the play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Rushes on. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
The corners are walked up tight. Oh, pressure's coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Keeps it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Trying to get the corner. The pitch. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option. Timeout taken now by Oklahoma State. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Gets the back moving. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. He got it, beat down in bounds.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he's not going to take the touchback. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He's changing the play. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Fires one high and deep. He's got it down the field. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Goes high to pull it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that touchdown was massive for the offense. It gives them confidence heading into halftime. But remember, they're going to be receiving first in the third quarter, so they get an opportunity to cut even further into this lead. That was a huge play.
And they did tack on the extra point. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, week 12, almost zero margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with the Wyoming Cowboys, taking on the number 8 team, the West Virginia Mountaineers. And it's the Cowboys with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wide receiver. Throws it off the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That cornerback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They're all over him. And down he goes.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy. Remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Oklahoma State sends out the offense to start this drive. Just going to keep it after the snap. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this...
Touchdown, Oklahoma State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know, if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find better field position to start a drive. First and goal. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Cowboys! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem.
Oklahoma State 56, Ohio State 21.
And he's going to try to return this one. Maybe a little too bold on that return as he's out of bounds at the 11. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Here comes the heat. He's on the move. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different...
Unloads it downfield. Makes a grab for a big play. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Buckeye! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Lining up for the PAT. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top things off by getting out of bad field position in a hurry. A 90-yard touchdown pass. Deep in the end zone, it's Barnes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. From the gun, it's Hawkins. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Looking downfield, it's McConnell. Got his man. At the 40, there he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
He's past the marker. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. They'll take the penalty and move them back. First down for this offense. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Can't get him to the ground. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that third down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Inside the 50. Past the 30. Inside the touchdown, Ohio State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. He'll bring it out. It's Barnes. And they make the tackle on the return. There is a penalty marker on the play, and they might be backing up a bit. And it'll be first down for this offense after the personal foul. Quick give. It's Page. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Rides to the back. Knocked down immediately.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
Man, what a great play by that quarterback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out. But to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. Makes the catch at the 30. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Cuts it upfield. It's Jackson. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down.
And listen, everything's 4-down territory at this point when you're trailing by this much late in the game.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Got to make the play on 4th. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. First and 10. Looking to throw, it's McConnell. Unloads to the wideout. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Under pressure. Buried before he could blink.
And you just get the feeling this defense is going to have to make more negative plays like that. You're down multiple possessions tonight. You need to come away with sacks to see if you can scrape and claw and get back in this game.
Third down following the sack by the D. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. First down and more. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Pulls it. Now the pitch. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further.
Oklahoma State 62, Ohio State 35.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Fresh set of downs going up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. And back to the air on second down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone, won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.